The financial consequence of short-term thinking. The financial consequence of short-term thinking. Why did I choose this topic? Why did I choose this topic? I chose this topic because I realized that a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know the reason why they are in poverty. The reason why they are stuck in poverty is because financially, is because they have short-term thinking. They have short-term thinking. And that's why they are poor. So the other day I was studying, there's this guy, one comedian I was studying, Aquaman. So he was sharing during the interview that when he was just starting his comedy life, so his thinking was just to be number one comedian in Nigeria. So he was just creating comedy. He said he created comedy to the extent that anytime his friend is coming and they see him, they will run because they know that he wants to borrow their phone to shoot. Very funny. And after a while now, this guy is a multi-millionaire in comedy, in skit making. And that thing stuck with me that for you to be great, for you to be wealthy at a particular thing, you need to have a long-term thinking. The difference between the wealthy and the poor is because the wealthy understand long-term thinking, while the poor people only understand the short-term thinking, and that's why they are poor. Long-term thinking, short-term thinking. You can never be financially free if you are a short-term thinker. That's the reality. Because if you are a short-term thinker, anything you start, you want to drop it if it's not successful. If you are not successful in the short term, you want to drop it. And that's why you see a lot of people jumping from one profession to another. You see someone today is an accountant, yesterday. Today he's selling shoe. Tomorrow he's selling dress. Next tomorrow he's into real estate. He's just jumping from one profession to another. And what they know that all those things cannot make them wealthy. They are just hustling, but they can never be wealthy. You will have money can come, or maybe some money will come, but you can never be wealthy. That's the truth. And that's why the Bible says, "See who is diligent in his work, who will stand before king, not before men." For you to be diligent, you need to have a long-term thinking. You need to have a long-term thinking. You can't be short-term thinking and expect to be wealthy. Even God that created us understand the long-term thinking. God that created us understand the long-term thinking. Understand it? Long-term thinking. So tonight I will break down the financial consequence of thinking short-term. The financial consequence of thinking short-term. The financial consequence of thinking short-term. As I said earlier, you cannot be wealthy and be a short-term thinker. It's not possible. And one thing about short-term thinking is that every short-term decision is a long-term consequence. Has a long-term consequence. Every short-term decision has a long-term consequence. You may not know it now, but always have a long-term consequence. The reason why the poverty rate in Nigeria is high is because everybody's always thinking short-term. And this short-term thinking has affected a lot of people to the extent that even when it comes to investing, they are short-term thinking. So when they invest in a particular business and that business is not giving them money, they feel like, I need to cash out. That's why you see that, and that's why there are scammers out there. They know that you are short-term thinker and they give you something that can entice you. That they'll tell you, put your money here the next 5 months, you are going to get 30% return. Put your money here the next 2 months, you are going to get 100% return. They know that you are a short-term thinker, so they want to collect your money and they will give you what you want and they will scam you. It's the same strategy MMM use. It's the same strategies, CBX use. Short-term thinking. Short-term thinking. Short-term thinking. And what are the financial consequences of short-term thinking? I don't want this class to be much because I have another session by 8 or by 9, so I have to prepare for that one. So what are the consequences of short-term thinking? Number one consequence of short-term thinking is it keeps you financially reactive. It keeps you financially reactive. Listen, when you are a short-term thinker, you will always be responding based on emergency, not based on your goals. Tell me write that down. You will always be reacting based on your emergency, not based on your goals. So, let's say you are into business. Let me explain. Let's say you are into business and maybe sales is not coming. And your goal is to make that business a global standard. Or let me say you are a fashion designer. You are into fashion. You know how to sew. You are good. You are one of the best fashion. You know how to sew very well. So, sales is not coming. People are not bringing clothes. But instead of you to change your thinking, okay, why is sales not coming? And start learning more about sales. Start going for sales training, start studying those people that are big in your industry. Instead of you doing that, you will quit. You will want to quit. And why do you want to quit? Because your thinking is that fashion designer is not for me. So you just quit. You now start the hairdressing again. And one thing you don't know that the more as you are jumping from one place to another, the same problem that you faced when you are in the fashion designing world is the same problem that you also faced when you enter that new industry. So when that problem come again, you jump. So you are always reacting based on emergency, not based on your goals. It keeps you financially reactive. You want to be wealthy, you cannot be emergency. You cannot be reacting to emergency and expect to be wealthy. It's not possible. Cannot be reacting to emergency and expect to be wealthy. You respond to your goals, not your emergency. So it is this short-term thinking too that makes some people, you collect salary, you collect money from your job, they pay you salary. The first thing that comes to your mind is, let me eat, let me enjoy. You have never sit down and say, how can I invest in my growth? How can I invest in my future? How can I invest in myself? But because of your short-term thinking that I want to eat now, I want to enjoy now, I want to do things, so you pour your money into it. And that's why you are broke as an employee. That's why you're always complaining that salary is not enough. And let me tell you something. Salary will never be enough unless you think long-term with it. There was a video I even made the other day. I said, the reason why you are broke, the reason why you are struggling financially as a salary earner is not because of your size of salary. It's not because maybe your salary is much or something. The reason why you are struggling is because of what you do with your salary and the vision you have for yourself. And for you to have a vision for yourself, you need to be a long-term thinker. You need to be a long-term thinker. To be like that guy. Number 2, short-term thinking makes you vulnerable to scams. Short-term thinking makes you vulnerable to scams. Scams investment. It makes you vulnerable to scam. As I said earlier, the reason why a lot of people fall victim of CBES and MMM is because they are all short-term thinking. Why did you think that? Have you ever thought about it that Dangote did not fall victim of why is it that Dangote did not fall victim of MMM? Have you ever seen and asked why is it that Otedola did not fall victim of MMM? They cannot fall victim of it because they understand that this thing is just a short-term something. How will you tell me to come and invest in something and they are giving me 40% return in 1 month? What are they using my money to create? What value are they creating? So the scam out there, they understand what you want. And that's why you see all this investment guru, they are trying to scam you of your money. They just want to collect your money. They don't want to collect your money.
I love Ty Brown.
They just want to collect your money. Short-term thinking. You need to stop chasing short-term thinking. You need to stop thinking short-term. Number 3, it robs you of compounding. Short-term thinking robs you of compounding. The reason why you are not consistent at what you are doing is because you are short thinker. I've seen a lot of content creators start and stop again. There was this one about my colleague. He was a comedian. He was very good in his comedy because I saw some of his clips. This guy was very good, but you know what? This guy quit. He quit. Then he went to, I think, acting. After I asked him why, he jumped again. He's just jumping from one place to another. And when he showed me, I said the reason why you can never build wealth is because you do not allow the things you are doing to compound. And listen, compound is not just about money, it's also related to life. Maybe you are doing something, you are reading, you are someone that is reading, you are going for knowledge, but because you are not seeing money immediately, you just feel that knowledge is waste, so you stop reading. And you don't know that reading now does not mean that you get money now, but it might be one question that someone will ask you in the future, and you just have read about it and you explain, and they will see you as valuable and they will pay you for that thing. So you don't allow your actions, you don't allow your habits to compound. Some people, I want to start creating content. You start. After you see that people are not liking the video, you cut it. You stop it. I say, you can never be wealth. Short-term thinking robs you of compounding, both financially and in life. It robs you of compounding in finances and compounding in life. There's something called compounding effects of life. It's under class for another day. Compounding effects of life, how it relates to your financial life. Another course for another day. I will say that it robs you of your compounding. And the last one I'll be talking about today, it creates an illusion of progress. Short-term thinking creates an illusion of progress. It makes you feel like, what short-term thinking makes you feel? It makes you feel like you are busy and you feel like you are doing something. And actually you are not doing anything in actual sense. So there are a lot of people that know a lot of skills. You ask them, I'm a video editor, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a this, I'm a that. They will mention like 10 things they are doing. And you now ask them, which one are you good at? Anything, I can do anything. The funniest thing, the people who want to give you the money, the wealthy people who want to pay you, will never pay that kind of person because they know that you are not serious. And let me tell you, there's no how you can know 10 things and be good at it. Let me tell you, the example is me. I know how to edit video. I know a little bit of graphics. I know maybe content creation, digital marketing, everything. But my core is investing. That's why you can never see me online, come online, say I'm a digital marketer. It's not possible. I know about digital marketing based on my business. I just know about it. It's not because, even when I want to do my own run ad, I give it to someone that knows about it very well. I give it to someone. When I want to write my books, I just write it. I give it to someone that can edit it. Okay. Another example I think I remember now. My first book, when I wrote my first book, Winning Decision for Life and Destiny, I gave it to an editor. The editor, when I met him, the editor is a pastor, he's a writer, he's a ghostwriter, he's doing a lot of things that's not even related. I shall give him. So I shall edit it. I don't like the editing. The last one I'm editing now, my book currently is coming out. It's part of the thing you'll be getting in my Back to Basics Masterclass in July. So, the you as an asset. The editor I gave you now, I intentionally gave it to her. Why? Because I've seen her post about editing, about books, about writing, before I gave her. And that's the reason I gave her. And that's how the wealthy people think. They don't just want to work with mediocrity, they want to work with experts. And before you can be an expert in something, you need to go deep in that thing. I'm not saying you cannot know a little bit of other. You can know a little bit of other things. Like me, now, I know a little bit of video editing. I know a little bit of social media managing. A little bit, but it's because the reason why I know a little bit of all these things is because of what I'm doing. It needs all those things, but I did not do it. That I do not know all those things that I want to start providing it as a service. No. I can't provide it as a service. It's not possible. The only service you can come to me is about you need money advice. You need investment advice. You need just click on my link bio. I will advise you. I will tell you. Maybe personal development I can tell you, but apart from that, I can never. You can never see me come online and tell you I'm a video editor. You can never see me online and tell you I'm a digital marketer. You can never see me online and tell you that I'm a content writer. It's not possible. Even though I'm the one that writes all my content by myself, I write it by myself. But I will never come online and say I'm a content writer. I'm a ghostwriter. I'm a writer. I'm a copywriter. And the reason why I shoot this part is because I'm a long-term thinking. One of my goals is to have an asset management company that manage assets, that manage investors' money. That my goal is to help people that have money to invest in business. We should build businesses up in Nigeria. We should invest in business. Because the only way to make economy grow is to invest in businesses. And the only way everybody can live a life of ease is when businesses are growing. Businesses are growing. And before businesses are growing, they need investors that believe in them. And that's one of my goals. So I'm a long-term thinker. And that's why you see that I'm showing up every day, every week. Either people like it, either people don't like it. I'm just showing up. Not because of now, but because of what I'm building in the future. Short-term thinking creates an illusion of progress. It makes you feel that you are doing something, but in actual sense, you are not doing anything. You're not doing it. So let me go over the consequences. Number one, it keeps you financially reactive. You always be reacting to emergency. Number two, it makes you vulnerable to scams. Number three, it robs you of your compounding. And number four, it creates illusion of progress. And I'm going to conclude with this question. I want to answer the question honestly. What decision are you making today? What decision? What decision are you making today that will build or break your tomorrow? What decision are you making today that will build or break tomorrow? That will build or break your tomorrow? Ask yourself. Write it down. The reason why I tell you to write down, just go and think about it. I want you to think about that as I said, write it down. Write it down. Wealth is not built in a day, but it is destroyed in one short-term decision. Wealth is not built in a day. Wealth is built brick by brick by brick by brick. The more you do a little here, the more wealth is created. So you need to shift your attention from short-term thinking to long-term thinking if you want to grow financially. And if you want to go deeper on this, on how you can think long-term in investments and in money, we'll be doing that in our Back to Basics Masterclass. For those who are, something that I'm going to be breaking down all these things in details in our class. It's a 4-week intensive class. The link is my bio. You can click on it or DM me for the class if you're interested. It's just 10,000 naira. The class is 20,000 naira, but for the first 20 people that pays 10,000 naira. But first that pays 10,000. So thank you so much for having me tonight. God bless you. I hope you gain value. And anything you drop in the comment section for other people to learn from you. See you in the next class. And I'm sorry for not showing up yesterday. I was supposed to show up yesterday, Wednesday, but I had a meeting, so I have to postpone it. I even have a meeting now, but after this class I will go and join. That's why I don't want to elevate this class. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a nice rest.